Hi guys, I am back with another video and celebrating my 100 subscriber special, I am making a custom YouTube play button. First of all, before I begin the whole creation part, you can skip this if you want. Thanks a lot for 100 subscribers. When I began this channel, I didn't think it'd go anywhere, but since I started working hard, it's really picked up the pace. And I haven't posted in 2 weeks, and like in those 2 weeks, I've gained about 20 something subscribers. Thanks a lot to everyone who subscribed, and without any further ado, let's begin. Before I begin, or you begin if you are doing this, put a cellophane sheet down on the surface you're using because, okay, my table is already destroyed, but whatever surface you're using should not be destroyed because and M-seal gets off of shiny and glossy surfaces easily as compared to rough surfaces in which it sticks permanently. It's not going to come out. You have to break it and take it out. So here's a little template I made for the play button. Now using some tape, I'm going to stick it down. This template comes in handy later because the M seal, I'm going to stick it on the template and use it as a back frame for when I'm sticking it on the wall. I'm using a thick marker, I trace the outline. Now I'm going to remove this template once I start M sealing the thing because that really helps. And if you're putting M-seal on a glossy piece of material, could be plastic, could be anything, cellophane sheet, like I said, transparency sheet works. I think even foil works. So now I remove this. Got a perfect outline there. Now using my marker, I connect these two as rough as I can. Seriously, used to be perfect. Now I'm gonna put the M-seal on this. So let's begin. So everything is quite basic here. I took a packet of M-seal and started putting it over the template. What I hadn't comprehended was how it's gonna expand, which was a huge problem for me. As you can see in this first segment, I was messing up. The M-seal was uneven everywhere, and even after I mixed a second packet, it didn't really cover the whole space. I ended up using 2.5 packets, still didn't cover up the space. So you can see I'm struggling, and the fingerprints, the finger dents were everywhere. There were air pockets everywhere. This method was kind of horrible. So I thought of using a better method, which was as you can see, few seconds, scrunching up the whole thing and redoing everything. As you can see, 3 2, I take the whole thing, I rip it apart. After I tried flattening it, was impossible. My flattening tool was too short, too small, and the place to cover was area was too much. So I gave up at this point. I grabbed the whole thing, ripped it off. First I tried smoothing the corners and the edges. That didn't work clearly. So my last option was, like I said, for the last 5 minutes, ripping the whole thing apart. It was kind of useless because I could have done this thing in the first method also, but I was just too impatient. So I ripped the whole thing apart, put it down, flattened it out, everything, and in the end, it did work out properly. It took a bit of sanding in the morning once it had dried up and everything, but the sanding really helped, smoothing all the edges, giving it an even finish. It was a little bent up, but I was okay with that. Better than nothing. So that's about it for the sculpting segment. Now this is a voiceover. There I'll come back once you move on to the painting segment. Also, this MCL distribution edit, that was a pain in the ass. I actually couldn't do it. That was really hard. There's still like uneven corners and stuff on this as I'm recording this. So bye bye. Voiceover they out. Okay, so before we begin, a little bit of an edit here. I was gonna make it this big, the whole play button, but I ended up making it smaller than this, and I carved out the whole play thing instead of drawing it on, because that makes it, gives it an engraved feeling and it looks better. And also, the reason I didn't make it as big as this, literally way smaller than this, is because I didn't have the M seal and I was shooting it in the night. So convenience, I guess. After that video thing I showed you just now, I sanded the sides down and it's complete. So let's begin. Now here's a trick here called masking, in which you tape off the part which you don't require to paint over, and then you peel the tape off once the whole thing is done. It's a really amazing process if you try it. It's a little tedious, takes some time to get hang of, but that's the same way I painted my PS4 Spider-Man, and it turned out amazing. The best thing of masking away parts is that even if paint overlaps, it's not gonna become translucent, because white and light paints mostly are translucent, and once there's a dark paint under it, that's really hard to remove the translucentness. You have to like apply at least 5 coats, at which point it just becomes bubble gum. As you can see, I purposely went over the play button, over the play sign, and it still worked out. I was able to peel it off easily by the end of it, and I gave it a clean finish with the blue color. I was struggling with the purple in this scene because I had put too much water, and apparently too much water on fabric paints doesn't really mix well. Yeah, a few days ago I was experimenting with poster paints, so I really had lost the hang of acrylic paints. That's literally just what just happened in the scene. Moving on, I removed the masking and went on with the triangles. Triangles again were a little annoying, but I got the hang of them fast enough. Took about half an hour to do the whole thing with the triangles in the blue part. The paint got a little messed up. I'm okay with that. Everything worked out better than I expected. And this whole thing wasn't like planned out. All this thing was extempore. Voice over the out. Okay, I did a bunch of stuff off camera, like drawing multiple triangles, because that was really tedious and I didn't want to record that. That would have been boring. And also, I painted this with the texture because textures always look cool. Like, I gave this whole part a plain texture and this one a really rubbery, wrinkly thing. Because, I had to differentiate the whole thing. Also, because I was bored and, paints don't really smoothen that easily if they're old. I really got blue paint. That's about it. The sad thing is this whole play button is smaller than I expected it to be, like I said before. But I'm okay with that. Now I'm gonna make a custom background for this later, and then I'm gonna stick it on my wall. So, like I said before, thanks to everybody who subscribed. You're really helping me out here. And thanks for watching. Like if you didn't already, subscribe if you haven't, and if you have suggestions, comments, or any action figures you would like me to make, the comment section is free for you. I do reply to all my comments. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.